Hey everybody, it's SaskiaSketches, and today I am ill, so you might hear that in my voice, but I do feel good enough to make a video, so that's what I'm going to do today. I said that I wouldn't want to make a video on this sketchbook per se, but now that I've used it, I am absolutely shocked, baffled at how this paper performs. Just a quick recap, if you didn't see my last video, this sketchbook is supposed to have a paper that does not allow alcohol markers to bleed through to the other side of the paper. And when you think of an alcohol marker, think of like a Copic marker, like this one, or there are cheaper alternatives as well, like tiger markers, twin markers, those kind of things. But whatever paper you use them on, even if it's special marker paper, they always bleed through to the other side. I've never ever seen alcohol markers that don't bleed through to the other side of the paper that you use it on, until I started this sketchbook. Because you guys just look at this. Right, so I wanted to test it. Like I said, big opening page with a dragon, with a lot of layers of Copic. These are mostly Copic markers, and look at this. There's absolutely nothing that bled through to the other side. I can't believe it. I am so shocked. And even if this is also alcohol marker, so and you can't see anything, and here these are alcohol markers too. I am so blown away because you see there's no trace of this on the other side, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's just shocking and incredible. Like, I do not know the technology behind this. So this paper was especially developed for alcohol-based markers, but also for acrylic paint markers and water-based markers, and even spray cans. And so I wanted to try a water-based marker as well. And when you think of a water-based marker, you can think of a Tombow marker, or like an Ecoline marker, like these. You've probably seen these before. But so when I wanted to use those, I tried that here, and I didn't just use the markers, right? So I was curious. I wasn't hopeful, but I was curious what the paper would do if I threw water at it, because you know, like I described in my last video, it's very smooth paper. It's not very thick, and it's more of like the closest thing that I can compare it to is a magazine cover. It's glossy, it's smooth, and it doesn't have any indication that it would be good with watercolors, but this is amazing. It works with watercolors too. Like, I can't describe to you how incredibly shocked I am at this, and at the same time so amazed and so excited, because you can see, look at these beautiful, gorgeous watercolor textures and effects that I managed to get. Look at this gradient and stuff. I love how this looks, and I am so blown away by this. So here, these are some of my Inktober drawings that I did, because I'm doing Inktober, and for the rest of this video I just thought I would prove to you that that actually works. Because for today's Inktober drawing, the word was husky, so I could have drawn something creative, like somebody who would look like who might have a husky voice like me at the moment, because I'm ill. But I drew a husky puppy dog, because why not? Okay, you gotta give yourself something you know, fun to draw as well. I drew a piece of Lego for the last one because the prompt was build. Okay, and so I'm going to colour this one in with alcohol-based markers, and you're going to see that there is nothing that bleeds through to the other side. I don't even have to put like something in between it anymore. I am 100% committed to this paper, and I believe that it's not going to bleed. And you know I like to be cautious. I'm a very cautious person. So, prepare to be amazed and blown away by what I'm going to show you now. Okay, so for this little husky, I'm going to use the tone grey Copic markers. I'm going to use tone grey 7, toner grey 5, and toner grey 3. And for the eyes, those are going to be white and blue. So I'm going to use a couple of twin markers for that. Prepare to be blown away and amazed. I've said this too many times already, but the one cool thing about this paper is that, like, I'm not sure if it's cool or not, but you can use it to your advantage, is that it creates an interesting texture when you go over it or paint on it with markers or paint. It creates a different texture than what I'm used to. It's not very smooth, but it is pretty cool looking. Alright, so with most papers, this might not bleed through to the other side, you know, like one little layer with a light grey that's usually is not very visible on the other side, right? But believe me, once we start building these tones up, you'll be so surprised. So just switch to the toner grey number 5. A little bit of a darker. So you can see you get a couple of streaks if you're not quick enough, or if you have too much ink on the paper. So it's about this level where, you know, thick Bristol board might not yet be showing something through, but probably will. You will probably get a few stains of ink on the other side as well if you're using Bristol board, and if you're using printer paper or like thin marker paper, this probably will have already bled through to the other side. But not with this paper, I can assure you. Keep watching and I'll do a reveal, and you can tell this is 100% legit because I'm using a Copic marker. I'm so incredibly excited for this. Okay, now we're switching to the darkest tone, and this would definitely bleed through almost anything that you would apply this to. It also makes a lovely squeaking sound. But I think that's just the markers, because those do that with nearly everything that I draw with them on. No, I should draw more in the sub-style of mine. I like it a lot, but it needs some practice, it needs some work. it's a pretty doggy. Just love how vibrant these colours are on this paper. Oh my goodness. Okay, now, are you ready for the big reveal? This is where it would be. And there is nothing to be found. It doesn't bleed at all. Look at this. There's no trace of it. I am so thrilled by this. It's incredible, and like, I think you would be as surprised as I am just so blown away. Like, it's incredible, and it even works with watercolor. So maybe I found my perfect sketchbook after all. The only thing I don't really like about it is that it doesn't really lay that flat. So you get this, like, I can't really put my hands on it, can't like wrap it around completely as you would be able to with like a sketchbook that had rings instead of a hard cover, but like this, but it's like a spine, because it won't really lay flat, because you see it wobbles a bit. But for the paper, it's I would say it's worth it. It's a pretty expensive sketchbook, but it's definitely worth it. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Please leave a like on it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more art videos every single Friday. Have a great weekend, guys. Keep on sketching. Bye!